What is up, guys? This is the MMA Neighborhood, and I'm Devin.
And I am Steven.
We're going over the post UFC 281, baby. Adesanya taking on Pereira for that middleweight belt. It was a doubleheader. We also had the women's strawweight, Zhang Weili taking on Carla Esparza. Plenty of action. It was a great card. Sorry we're late. I had a little head flu.
Yeah, little sniffles.
Had the black lung.
You got the black lung.
But we're back, and before we get started in this main card, we got the Steven prelims.
Yeah, there you go.
Working on that, baby. Let's go.
Yeah. Well, like I said, make sure to watch the prelims. There were definitely some highlights. You know, you had Matt Favela getting a first-round knockout over Otman Azatar.
Oof.
And then you had Aaron Blanchfield submitting Molly the Meatball in the first round.
Oh, Meatball Molly. She got freaking the sauce submitted out of her. Oh, my. That was a good one, dude.
Yeah, so
it was good.
Yeah, that was something. Then you had Dominic Reyes getting knocked the fuck out by Ryan Spann. Yeah, dude.
Dude.
You know, we didn't go over that fight, but I kind of figured that was gonna happen.
Reyes was out for a while.
Well, you know what? He's never been the same and never gonna be the same since the John Jones fight. He can't accept that loss.
I think Jones even had a little tweet on him. I forgot what it was.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, he's like, everybody's talking shit, but look what happens, man.
Yep.
It's like, these guys talking shit are getting knocked out, man. Ryan Spann's looking good lately, dude.
He's doing really good. I'm really excited to see who he fights next.
I think he called out Anthony Smith because Anthony Smith has a win on him. But Smith said he's his bitch forever. Oh shit.
Yes,
we'll see what happens there.
Smith better hold on to those past wins because he ain't ever winning again.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, he's one of those other fighters that fought John Jones. It just is never going to be the same.
Maybe not. Maybe not.
And then we had the main event for the prelims, which is Brad Riddle versus Renato Miacano.
Damn.
And that was a first round submission for Renato. And boy, did he put on a clinic on Brad Riddle.
Yeah, man, he looked amazing. Not only that, I think he retired. Brad Riddle is now taking a break from MMA. I think he's done for a while. He said he's done, dude.
Well, he said he's not coming back until the fire comes back completely.
Yeah, he's retired.
Yeah,
dude. Honestly, dude, that's crazy. Moicano looked fantastic.
And
he said for all the haters talking shit on the RDA fight, he only had a 4-day notice taking on a 5-round former champion in a 5-round match. So Moicano, dude, he's on the list in the lightweight division.
Yeah.
And I'd love to see who he fights next.
And you have to remember, these were on the prelims, so these were, everybody was watching this. This dude was cussing up a storm during that interview. They didn't even bleep it out.
Yeah, dude.
They didn't even bleep it. I was kind of shocked.
They didn't know what he was saying half the time. Like, dude, he was looking good, and I can't wait to see who he fights next. The lightweight division is looking high, and that starts off this main card, baby.
Yes.
UFC 281. We had Dan Hooker, right, to start the main
versus Claudio Puelles.
Oh man, I don't remember who I picked. I think I picked Claudio. I don't know, but I know you had Dan Hooker.
Yeah,
for this
well,
one.
I know because I was like, man, Dan, I really want Dan to get it.
I wish for
I really
it,
wanted Dan.
The Claudio guy was looking promising, but I hated how he fought in this fight. He was sitting on his back a lot. Anytime he had a chance, Dan would come in, hurt him a little bit. Claudio would lay on his back and try to offer him the guard.
Well, it all because in the first round, Claudio got him like in a very nasty heel hook. In that first round, it almost ended.
Yeah,
it was very nasty.
Yeah.
And then Dan Hooker found a way to get out of it, to sustain it, and he kept going. And I couldn't believe that Dan got out of it in the first place.
Yeah, he was in a nasty spot for sure.
It was very
Claudio
nasty.
Obviously had a great ground advantage. I guess I don't blame him for offering the ground, but it was just a little over excessive.
Well, it's to that point where Dan would throw a straight and then he would just fall down.
Yeah.
And then he would just roll and grab him, which he grabbed his ankle like a couple more times in the first round and going into the second round, but it was just kind of just.
In the second round, that's when Dan Hooker was investing in those nasty body kicks, baby.
Yes.
They were cracking the body, and that's when he was falling. Claudio was really falling on purpose. He wasn't falling on purpose. It was actually hurting.
Yeah.
And he was falling because he was in pain.
Yeah.
And then I thought the ref was going to stop it because one shot looked so nasty.
Yeah.
He fell in pain.
Yeah. Well, I think it was like after like the second or third time he fell in pain, the ref called it.
Yeah,
it ended at 4 minutes.
With a vicious body shot from Dan Hooker.
Yeah.
The Hooker. Dan the Hookman, the Hangman Hooker, baby.
Go,
the
baby.
Hangman did his job, baby. And I know he really did need that win.
Yeah, he really did need it. I'm glad he did win. It's just hopefully
This was lightweight, right?
Yeah.
So I would want to. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut or anything.
No, you're cool.
But Moicano, Dan Hooker,
Dude,
I want to see that fight,
you
baby.
You really want to put Dan Hooker through that?
Yeah, dude.
Dude.
They're both very stylistically. They got good range for that division, and I like they're both stand-up guys.
I mean, that would be an excellent
I
fight.
think it's a good one for these guys to both go at it.
You know what? I'm gonna second that, and I'm gonna chalk that up, and I'm write it down in a letter, so we'll send it to the UFC after we're done with this podcast and our picks.
Make the fight, baby. Let's go.
Dana White, make the fight, baby. Let's go.
Who we got next on this main card?
And we have a bantamweight bout.
Never mind.
Frankie
We can
Edgar.
skip this one right now.
Hey, you know what? Like you said, we're both going to be sad on this one.
Yeah.
Frankie Edgar versus Chris Gutierrez.
Not much happened, but another. It was deja vu for Frankie Edgar. He had another flying knee.
Yeah.
It didn't take a lot to. Chris Gutierrez kind of read him. He just waited for Gutierrez. He was patient. Read that when Frankie dipped his head right into another flying knee, and that's all she wrote, man.
Yeah.
But I just want to do hats off to Frankie Edgar, man, because this guy's been a legend for the sport. He's been nothing but, just an idol for everybody to look up to and honor. And he's had his wars, man. He's came back from diversity. He's came back from adversity and taken over some epic battles with Gray Maynard. He's had some epic with Ben Henderson, BJ Penn, Jose Aldo. He's fought all the legends, baby.
Yeah.
And I just hats off to you, man. The answer, dude. You will always be one of the greatest of all times out there, especially for the lightweight division. Frankie Edgar, man, nothing but legend, nothing but respect for the legend.
Yes.
And I know it didn't go your way that night, but freaking, we all love to you, brother.
Hands down. And I've given Frankie Edgar a lot of shit for like his past like 5 or 6 fights.
I know. Steve always hates on him.
But you know what? After seeing him get knocked out with the flying knee again, and I'm just like, it hurt me, because you don't want to see someone on their last fight go out like that. No matter, even all jokes aside, that was pretty brutal to watch.
Oh yeah,
it fucking sucked to watch.
The Sanhagen one was brutal. Then the Marlon Vera, it was his time, man.
Well, it's been his time, fucking 4 or 5 fights ago. You know what I'm saying?
I think after his epic battles with Otto, it should have been it, But he tried to go down to bantamweight. He won a couple good fights down there. Yeah. I would have really liked to see him fight Cruz before he left, but that we didn't get to see that one. But still, he's had some epic battles, especially the Gray Maynard ones. Those were like a Rocky movie. Live action Rocky movie right there. So Frankie Edgar, man, nothing but props. It's okay how you win out, baby. You're still a legend.
Yeah. So
and a future Hall of Famer.
Oh, easily. Sure. I mean, pretty sure he has the most time spent in the octagon in UFC history.
Yeah, he's put in his time, baby.
I'll
cheers to him, baby.
Cheers to Frankie Edgar.
Cheers. And speaking of warriors, we had the fight of the night, baby. Yes. We're talking about Michael Chandler taking on Dustin Poirier, baby. And it was as hot as his sauce, son. This was nuts.
It might have been even harder.
Dude, that first round was just epic, man. Michael Chandler came out with just bombs. Just didn't have any time to waste. He just came at Poirier and tried to take his head off.
Yes.
And didn't work the body like I wanted. He worked some body shots, left hooks to the body, came up high, was cracking Poirier with some nice right overhands. But Poirier's just durable as the diamond as he represents, man. It was a tough first round, man.
Well, I'm pretty sure that first round is when he really hurt Dustin Poirier, like really hurt him. Got him up against the octagon, like covering up and whatnot. Yeah. And Michael Chandler was throwing those overhand rights in. And I'll say this: if you listen to the review of us going over these fights, I said Michael Chandler needs to throw some straights here and there. What I'm saying? Throw some straights, mix it up from the overhands and all that stuff.
Yeah, you're calling for the straight punches.
Calling for the straight punches. And we're gonna fast forward that for right now. The first round, Michael Chandler got it.
But don't forget in the first round, Poirier rocked, almost finished.
Yeah, that was like the last 30 seconds or something like that.
Yeah, last 10 seconds. Yeah. Chandler was hurt, dude. He was saved by the bell in a sense in that first one, but I don't know. The first round's up in the air for me. Yeah. But going to the second, Chandler grabs Poirier's ass and takes him straight to the ground.
Yeah, and he holds him down for basically the whole round.
He does. Now, there's some controversial shit on this, though. Have you read into it?
Yeah.
There's a fish hook story.
Okay.
You got a little fish hook story going on.
Okay, so let's talk about the fish hooks first.
Yeah, let's go.
Okay, what do you honestly think? Because I saw the clip that everyone's talking about that. Did you?
It's a little fuzzy. I can't really tell what he's doing.
Okay, look, I could see. I don't see it as a clear fish hooking.
Yeah.
I don't see it as clear, like full blown.
Yeah.
I could see it as like a little bit, maybe.
I don't know.
But for a second, but it just looks like he's just readjusting his hands.
Possibly.
Because it's a very quick thing.
Yeah.
It's not like he stays like that.
Sure.
In a fish hooking way.
So we gotta know, what's the MMA Neighborhood think on this?
To me, I feel like it's like
you think Chandler fought dirty in this one? We had a fish hook incident. I don't know. I'm not sure. I might be biased. I think maybe he maybe did on accident, took advantage of it. I don't know. Mm-hmm. But what about also? All right, so I'm going. The second round's dominated with the ground.
Yeah.
Chandler definitely won the second round. Third round, Chandler's still coming in hot, but makes a fucking honest mistake. Goes for the back without putting his leg hooks in.
Yeah.
Goes for submission over position and ends up getting reversed by Poirier and giving up his back. And doesn't really fight the hands much. And Poirier is able to sink in the rear naked choke.
Yeah.
And end up finishing the fight. This epic war, we should say.
Yeah, it was
in
good.
The third round, baby. But also in that spot, there was a part where Chandler was on top of Poirier and he just like kind of bled into his mouth. Did you see it? Just bleed, baby. He spit like all in his mouth. Oh, sick, dude. What about that part?
That I didn't hear anything about that, but I know exactly what part you're talking about because that was brutal.
Chandler said he couldn't breathe, so he had to get it out. But it was like just freaking blood going right into Poirier's mouth. It
makes me want to gag.
Like some vampires. Some shit. It was crazy.
Dude, imagine seeing a bloody ass Michael Chandler.
Was it like 28 days later when they freaking like sprayed blood? I don't know.
I don't know. Oof. Dude, that was brutal, dog. But I do know Dustin Poirier was not at all happy afterwards, saying he was a cheap fighter and all this shit. But I do want to say,
go ahead.
When Dustin Poirier, he got the submission in, and he's being interviewed, and he says, "Oh yeah, I was almost finished in the first round. Yeah, if he would have thrown some straights, I would have been done for." Dang. And I just want the MMA Neighborhood and Devin to realize that I called this shit a week ago.
He did. A week ago.
You know what I'm saying? I called it. If Michael Chandler would have thrown some straights in that first round,
it's just
it
not
would have
his
been
style,
done.
dude. He's
but
a winger. He's a hooker. He throws bombs. He throws he throws hooks. He throws overhands. That's just his style. He does not.
Sure, fine.
But you're right.
But I still called that shit.
You called it.
I still called that shit.
Called it, baby.
I called that.
Dude, props to freaking Poirier to surviving the storm Chandler threw upon that boy, dude. The blood, the fish hooks, whatever. It was just the battle itself.
Yeah.
The freaking bombs he was dropping on Poirier. I cannot believe how durable Poirier is, dude.
It's insane.
His hot sauce is going through the roof after this one, baby. The official UFC hot sauce, son. The freaking Louisiana Dustin Poirier hot sauce, baby.
Dude, I wonder. This fight makes me wonder. Even though I love Michael Chandler and the fights that he's in, part of me is like, will he be able to win against some of the other fighters in the top 5 and even the top 10 in the lightweight division? Like, is he able to just kind of like hold back and be strategic sometimes?
I think he was in that battle. He made one slip. I'm sorry to cut you, but he made one slip in that third round. Really, he was winning that fight, in my opinion.
I mean, but dude, he was pretty messed up by that point.
True, but that second round, he's dominating. And even in that Charles Oliveira fight, he was winning pretty good.
But he was way less injured and dazed. Like, he was still straight during the Oliveira fight when he got his back taken. In this fight, he was bloodied up, a mess. He was a waterfall.
What are you trying to get to?
I'm saying, is he able to he wants to put on bangers?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Which
but
he has.
In those certain moments, is he able to like kind of calm it down and pull it back and like be a little more strategic? Just don't go in there sometimes. I don't know. I want him to win because I want him to face the top 3 guys.
Oh yeah,
I still want him to be in there. It's just I don't want him just to
be too reckless.
Yeah, exactly. I don't want him to stay being reckless just for the sake of giving people the show.
Dude, are you not entertained? This dude, honestly, Chandler is like since McGregor's been gone, Chandler's just been like taking over the entertainment, dude. To me, every fight he's in is amazing. You know, it's a do or die situation.
Yeah.
He puts it on. He leaves on the shield or he kills the other opponent. And yeah, maybe sometimes he can take it off the gas pedal. I think in this one he was so close, honestly, and he makes every fight a flip of the coin because of his style. It's like one of us is going out, like the way he brings this pressure, you know, the fire. So I mean, I think he's at a point in his career where, I mean, he don't got time to be taking, you know, breaths and shit. He's got to make every fight dirty, dude. It's all he has, man. It's all he's got left. He's got a few more maybe left in him. So but yeah, I'd love to see him fight for the belt too soon. But
so who do you think Dustin Poirier should fight? There's
all right, so this is a great question.
There's a couple names I think, floating around.
And honestly, in all honesty, I think he's gonna wait it out for the. He needs to fight Beneil Dariush, okay? But that's if things were supposed to go the way they're supposed to. But he could wait it out for the winner of Volkanovski and Islam, which is booked for UFC 284, baby.
Yeah, it's true. What about, because I don't know if he has a fight yet, but because Justin Gaethje I guess is being a bitch and won't accept the fight, but Rafael Fiziev.
That's a good one too, but I'd rather see Fiziev take on Michael Chandler, in my opinion.
You think
Chandler,
so?
Yeah, I want to see. That's a good banger.
But
shows that Rafael's ready for the top 5.
That's what I mean. Shouldn't Rafael fight a winner?
But Chandler's coming off a win beforehand. I mean,
yeah, but still, you know what I mean.
Poirier is the number 2 in, and so as
yeah. You lost your thought there?
Beneil Dariush. Sorry. See, it's hard to forget. It's so easy to forget about Beneil Dariush.
Well, because I know Beneil Dariush wanted Charles Oliveira, but I don't think Charles Oliveira wants that right now.
No, I don't mind that either. So Charles Oliveira is always in the mix, but Poirier Oliveira already fought so recently. So I mean, sure, Rafael could fight Poirier, I guess. I don't think he's got to that point yet.
Yeah.
I'd rather see him take on Chandler. I think he does. I think Chandler and because I like Rafael, baby. Rafael's awesome.
Yeah, dude.
And Beneil Dariush, dude, he deserves. I shouldn't have froze on him, but I did. And I'm sorry about that, but he does. Yeah. I think he does deserve the next shot.
Yeah.
What is awesome is the lightweight is busy, baby. It's moving again. It's moving.
It's congested.
It's got a lot congested, going on. But Chandler, I think he needs to take down a lower opponent to show his worth in the top. So if he takes out Rafael, dude, I mean.
It's only one spot difference.
Oh, it's going to be a straight banger, baby. I love that fight. I'm sold on that one more than the Poirier.
So basically, whatever match they make is going to be fire because there's only a few options.
Yeah, don't forget McGregor's waiting too.
Oh yeah,
he's in the background.
Big ass roided ass motherfucker.
Oh, we won't go in there.
He shaved his. I'll tell you what. He looks like a different man since he shaved his beard.
Photoshops.
He's like.
I think he might go to welterweight, but we'll get into it. We'll get into it another time. Speaking of
roid shot.
Oh, we gonna do a dirty clean? We gonna do a dirty clean or what?
Yeah.
All right, so we got it going on with honestly. Fight night. Let's give it up to both those guys. Dustin Poirier, Michael Chandler. For great. Just Bleed fans, for all the fans in the world, that was fucking one hell of a fight.
Yeah.
And we also had the women's strawweight title on the line against Zhang Weili versus Carla Esparza, baby.
Yes. Yeah. And this was a lot better than what I anticipated it to be.
It wasn't too bad. The first round was very competitive between both women.
It was a great back and forth.
Yeah.
Takedown attempts on both sides.
Yeah.
To be honest, Carla Esparza's striking was kind of getting Weili at some points, I was kind of shocked.
She didn't look too scared of Weili's power. She's standing in the pocket with her, and first round was competitive. I was up in there for me. First round.
I mean, honestly, I could see it being if my memory serves me right, Esparza's, but that's just just thinking like that because she did get her staggered a couple of times with some straights.
Yeah.
And I was impressed by Carla Esparza. I was impressed.
She was not looking bad at all. In the second round, she still wasn't looking bad. Unfortunately, there was she went for a takedown and got reversed.
Yes.
And they got in a very awkward position. It was a reverse crucifix.
Yes.
And Zhang Weili had Carla Esparza with a one-arm rear naked choke, but also had her other arm pinned in the crucifix position.
Yeah.
So ends up choking her out from that position with the rear naked choke and gets the title as strawweight women's champion, round 2 submission. Round 2 submission. So it was an awesome. It was awesome. It was an awesome win for Zhang Weili to come back and get the belt back. But it kind of leaves the division in a weird spot because I mean, do we give it Rose Namajunas? I mean, who fights Zhang Weili next? Because it's a straw weight.
I mean, I don't know. Who's Rose's last win?
Rose beat Zhang Weili twice now and lost to Carlos Esparza twice. So it's like a rock paper scissors games in the.
Well, you have Amanda Lemos who just won against Marina Rodriguez, so you could give Zhang Weili Amanda Lemos.
That's very true. They're in the same division?
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now.
Nice. Okay, Amanda Lemos. Yeah, you know what? That's not a bad idea.
Yeah, so I figured that's two firefighters like going at it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and what about Carla Esparza? I thought she was going to retire, to be honest. Even though she looked good,
She did look good. Like that's the one thing. Like I was honestly shocked by how much better she looked. I'm pretty sure her and Rose Namajunas had to have taken the criticism from their fight.
Oh, I mean,
like big time. And Carla Esparza wasn't afraid to
haunted them.
Yeah, I mean that's one of the worst title fights
for
ever.
Sure. Yeah,
and that's up there with Israel Adesanya and Romero.
Right.
It's just bad, boring, just horrible, nothing happening. How do you even pick a winner of this garbage? But Carla Esparza looked good. She looked good. And, I'm not going to fault her for losing, even though, honestly, if she didn't get caught with that, man, I could honestly see that being a good, fun match again. I'm not calling for a rematch.
Yeah.
But that's, I wouldn't.
It wasn't a bad matchup.
Yeah. No.
Zhang Weili, dude, that was impressive. I've never seen a reverse crucifix pulled off in the UFC with a choke. That was really amazing, incredible. As soon as she reversed Carla Esparza, she already had her arm trapped and the choke in before it even hit the ground. So, very impressive move from Zhang Weili. And Carla Esparza, she's hanging in the game. I like your pick, Lemos. If she's the straw weight, she's in there. She's on a good. She just beat, like you said,
Marina Rodriguez.
So, she's probably next for the shot.
Yeah.
But then, we now are going into the main event of the evening. This was Izzy Adesanya taking on Alex Pereira, this nightmare. The guy that's beat him twice in kickboxing and then now has entered the UFC, has won his 3 fights, and is taking on Izzy Adesanya for the middleweight belt, baby. And so much was on the line here. Was he going to make the same mistake the third time? Was he going to lose again? Was he going to get knocked out again? And so many questions, so many answers were needed, and we got plenty, baby. But I know Steven's going to be... Let's go ahead, Steven. Can you open this up for us for this main event of the evening?
I felt like I was going to have a heart attack the whole time.
Yeah, same here,
dude. I couldn't believe... okay. Look, first round comes out, and they're going in there. I'm having a heart attack. My heart is pumping, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I immediately noticed something wrong with Izzy. Immediately. Nothing like injury-wise. But he's not doing certain things that he normally does. In particular, Alex Pereira, he throws a head kick, and Izzy just kind of just stands there and kind of eats it. I'm like, what are you doing? Mm-hmm. Where's your head movement, bud? Where's your footwork? Where are you creating the spaces? Where's this elusive Izzy that we know?
Yeah.
He ain't there. What are you doing? You are just standing there in front of this guy, and you're kind of just like eating shit, unnecessary shit for no reason. That already had me irked to a point where I'm just like, I don't know what's gonna happen. I think we're gonna fucking lose.
Well, look, slow down a little bit. Yeah, the first round, all right.
First round. I'm just first round thoughts. First round thoughts. You know what I'm saying?
All right, look, there's good leg bat. There's like leg kicking battle going off in the first round.
Yeah,
a lot of leg kicks landing on both sides. Pereira was landing some good ones. Same with Adesanya, and let's not forget in that first round. Adesanya almost finished Pereira, dude.
Like the last 5 seconds.
Dude, but he cracked him. He was landing this great right hand down the middle, down the pipe, and Pereira was eating it, and it rocked him bad. And then he also landed a nice left hook and uppercut at the end of that on the buzzer.
And he had him stumbled.
Yeah, he stumbled him nicely.
You know what I'm saying? And I said that all the beginning because that's what I noticed in first, and that's kind of like a foreshadowing with what happened with the rest of the fight.
I was going for Pereira. I thought Pereira was gonna get knocked out after that, dude.
Yeah.
This guy's hurt. He stumbled to this corner.
Yeah.
Second round begins. Adesanya's doing more clinch work. He's doing clinch work, but I think he fails at taking him down, and then Pereira actually takes Adesanya down in the second round.
Yeah.
And barely wins the second round.
Yeah. And when I don't mind Adesanya going for a clinch game, route strategy, but when you're breaking apart from the clinch, as they do from the cage, Izzy would be backing away to the middle of the octagon. Alex is by the cage. He's throwing these elbows when he's got like 6 more inches to his face. Yeah. Like his shot selection during the clinch was not on par. I think he's gonna rewatch that and see these mistakes that I noticed at least.
Yeah,
because this is MMA Neighborhood. We're on point with our shit. You know what I'm saying?
I think Pereira's too used to fighting Volkanovski, who's 5'4", and not used to fighting this giant who has the same range. And they both say they're 6'4", but Alex Pereira looks way bigger than Izzy.
Dude, that dude's at least 6'6".
Dude, he's monstrous, dude. And he's putting the pressure on Izzy, and Izzy's throwing shots that are out of range, like you're saying.
Yeah, that, and he's spamming the question mark kick.
Yeah,
and he did keep it with the leg kicks and he did land some nice. I'm pretty sure going in the third round, because as we agree, the second round more
towards Izzy.
Thank you. No, towards Alex.
Yeah, the second round towards Alex. The first round was Izzy.
Yes, third round,
Izzy was edging that one.
And
he was using grappling. He got Alex down. He took him down. He was doing some ground and pound. He's actually looking pretty good with his grappling in the third. But in the fourth,
and I think that's where Izzy was getting him with some nice body kicks.
Yeah, dude,
stellar body kicks. Like I thought Alex was gonna get done with body shots.
Really?
Like he was kind of crunching over at some of those strikes.
He just looks like a Terminator to me. He's like, this guy doesn't. He takes everything and just keeps walking Izzy down, dude.
Yeah, dude. I don't know.
But Izzy's right hand to me was the money shot of his night. Like he was getting a really good read on that right, and it was cracking Pereira. Izzy won the fourth round to me as well, even though the end of the round Pereira kind of caught him a little bit at the very last seconds.
Yeah.
But
and I also didn't like how you say Alex Pereira was walking him down. This is where the lack of footwork on Izzy's part comes, really plays a huge part in what will inevitably be the ending of the fight. Yeah. Alex Pereira's walking him down, and Izzy's just kind of backtracking, and he's got his back against the cage. And he's doing his little juking shit, which is fine, but you're not moving. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? You got to spin out of that shit. You got to spin out of danger.
Get back to the center of the octagon.
Exactly. And he would spin a little bit, he would sidestep 5 steps, and then he would stay there again. It's I don't know exactly everything that he was thinking in that fight. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
he really wasn't using what he's known for that could have made this a little bit more in his favor at certain points.
He was winning the fight going into the fifth round. He had 3 rounds to 1. 3 rounds to 1. He was doing good, but
Still scared.
Alex Pereira's corner is screaming, "You need to win this round. You need to go in there. You need to knock him out. You need to put punches and bunches, baby. You gotta come at him. You cannot let this round go. You're gonna be champion in 5 minutes." And Alex Pereira just came in and put the pedal on the gas, baby.
Yeah.
And he just gassed it. He went forward and he went straight forward. He put a bunch of combinations on him. There was Izzy threw a leg kick now in that last round, and Pereira checked it pretty nice. It stumbled Izzy, and at that point, he just stayed on top of him, and he just cracked him with a good couple combos. One combo dropped Izzy. Izzy gets back up, and then he eats 4 or 5 more, dips his head, starts looking to the ground. He's swaying his head back and forth, trying to bottom weave, but he's eating some really powerful shots from Pereira. Ref steps in, stops the fight. 5th round, and new middleweight champion Alex Pereira does it again. He's 3-0 now to Izzy.
Now let's talk about that last sequence though, when Alex has Izzy against the cage.
Yes.
Now, I said night of early stoppage because a lot of those last strikes were missing. Izzy's still in it. I see him ducking and dodging and weaving, and this and that. That's what I saw the night of. Now, we're a week. It's a
week.
Yeah, it's been a week now since the fights. I have then rewatched that sequence again and again and again.
It haunted you for nights, huh?
Again,
nightmares.
Yeah. Now, I still will. I don't say it's 100% early stoppage, but I will say there's a percentage in there that I still think it should have been kept going. But some of it, I'm like, okay, I could see. It's like 50-50 to me. I would have liked to have seen it go for 5 more seconds.
Same here. I totally agree.
5 more seconds.
5 more is all we needed, honestly. But he was hurting him pretty bad.
He was.
Another hook was coming. There's a bunch of things coming his way. I think the stoppage was a flip coin, like you said, 50-50, and I agree, man. But Izzy, he just wasn't able to get back to the center octagon. That was his demise. He let Pereira back into the cage.
But look,
he did not get his footing back.
If you are making your opponent miss, and you're still moving, you're defending yourself. That's where that part of my mind's like, this was an early stoppage.
Yeah,
clearly. Yes, you're right. He did have like that right hand, left hand loaded up. You know what I'm saying? But he was still missing. And of course, who's the ref to stop another championship fight that Mark Goddard, fucking piece of fuck.
But we'd like to know,
God,
MMA Neighborhood, what do you think about the stoppage? Was it early? Do you think it was clean? Yeah. We know now they're going to get an automatic rematch. I mean, the fight was awesome. Izzy was on his way to winning. It was just like the Usman fight.
2 minutes left of the 5th round.
Just like the Usman.
Just like the Usman
never
fight.
know what's going to happen in that 5th, baby. All props to Pereira. Put in the foot on the gas pedal, coming forward and finishing the job when he needed to. So he would have lost that fight by decision. So he had to finish it, dude. He had to.
Look, I
flabbergasted.
I am flabbergasted because it's like I really hope in this rematch Alex does come correct with his footwork and his striking movements, and his striking choices. Don't spam the same shit. Pick better moves in the clinch game. If you're gonna exit, dude, why are you trying to throw an elbow? That was so
he's
irritating.
Not champion. Can you believe he's not champion? Can you believe they may never? Steven owes me a shoey for once. Oh my god!
We can handle that after we're done.
We better hope in a rematch he wins. We're probably gonna have another shoey on the line, baby. You better hope that footwork works for you because you might have some foot in your mouth later that night, baby. Pereira's a beast, boy. A beast.
Shit, irritating. Look,
he's a monster.
I'll give props to Alex. He kept it going, and honestly, I thought there was at least 2 or 3 moments in that fight, in the entirety of the fight, that I thought he was going to be done.
Dude, I was screaming Pereira was going to lose the whole fight because of that right hand Adesanya's put on him, but in that 5th, I was like, holy shit, he's not stopping, dude. This guy's he's relentless on him.
You have to put him out.
Yeah.
There's no ifs, ands, or buts. There's no point fighting Alex Pereira.
No, you gotta put him out.
You have to put him out.
This is the energy no matter what round. He's dangerous no matter what round. He has the power to finish the fight no matter what round it is.
That was one of the questions going into this fight is he going to have the gas tank to, be effective in the 4th and 5th rounds?
The 4th seemed conservative. Like, they conserved a little bit. In the 5th, Pereira, that pressure, dude, was it was enough, man. And, that's why I love this game, baby. You never know what's going to happen. I was shocked, baby. I'm sure the world was shocked. But, I mean, he has 2 wins over Adesanya in kickboxing, now 1 in MMA, so they're not counting those 2 in kickboxing. They want to give him the instant rematch.
Well, dude, you can't count the kickboxing ones.
Let's do it, baby.
You can't count the kickboxing ones.
I'm down for the rematch, baby.
Instant rematch. It's got to happen.
Let's go. We got people lurking, though. We got Robert Whitaker and Costa in the corner waiting for that.
Did you see what Robert Whitaker said?
What's that?
He says, like, I like that matchup, this and that. But at the end, he was just like, did you see the guy? Did you see the size of that fella?
I know, you don't want to fight that.
He's like, God,
that's fucking huge.
Because you have to think, Izzy has like 5-6 inches on, it might be,
on Whitaker,
Whitaker. And then
this dude.
Alex Pereira has a few inches on Izzy. You know what I'm saying? Dude.
Baby. He's a monster, dude. And I'm looking forward to the rematch, baby. I can't wait to get another shoey on my boy Steve over there, baby. But that's going to wrap it up for this one. We also have our our final one of the year. What, UFC 282?
282, and then we'll have our
Teixeira versus Projaca.
and then we'll have our final end of the year podcast where we go over all our top five knockouts, submissions, fighters, and all that good stuff. Basically, a whole synopsis of who we thought was the best in the year 2022.
And we want to know all about yours too. So get ready for it. Can't wait. And go ahead, close this out, baby.
And, make sure to be like in the comments, Steven, how fucking delusional are you to think that was an early stoppage?
Yeah, it was over.
Get your ass out of here.
It was done.
And be like, Devin, how could you even think that Rafael Fiziev can't fight Dustin Poirier? You know what I'm saying, baby? Now, you got to make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and all that good stuff. Make sure to follow us on the YouTube. And what is that, Devin?
At MMA Neighborhood.
And what's the IG?
MMA Neighborhood _Grant.
And make sure to do all that stuff that I just previously said, because it's not the MMA Neighborhood without you. I am Steven.
I'm Devin.
And we will see you all when we go over our picks and predictions of UFC 282.
Baby. Jerry Projaca.